Good evening, my name is Garrett and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Blackland. This is their rye whiskey coming in at a 41.5% ABV, at least 2-year age statement. So, full disclosure, I reached out to them asking them for a review sample. They were kind enough to send me over their whole lineup of smalls, which I appreciate. I do love their bottle shape. So, again, just keeping that full disclosure. One cool thing is we actually know this is a blend of 2 different ryes. 80% of it is a 4-year-old rye coming from Minnesota, and 20% is their own grain-to-glass grown young rye. I'm really interested what comes across, especially coming from Texas. I've been able to do a few things from that area, so this is just another one to add to that belt. So, as always, we're going to be trying it 2 different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add a drop of water, see what changes up. As noted, I will be doing their full lineup, including their vodka and gin. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and hang around for a bit. Those other videos will be linked up above and down below when they're live. And if you're interested in picking yourself up a set or looking to pick up some of their bottles, their links will be down below and anywhere else I can link them to. All right, we'll start there. And I really, as silly as it sounds, I love when people do unique small bottles, because this is how their big bottles are shaped. This kind of a silo shaped, very tall with the ridges. Really cool looking. It's very, wow. It is kind of cloudy. It's good looking, but that is unique. You don't see very many cloudy whiskeys. Maybe they don't do chill filtering. I didn't see anything on their site for that, but that's a possibility. Either way, let's go for notes. Ooh. I like that. That is gorgeous. The rye spiciness reminds me, my mouth is salivating now. It's very sweet, almost sugary sweet, but reminds me a lot of like Angel's Envy rye. I'm very broken at the moment because my brain goes, this is Angel's Envy. It's got the sweetness of like a rum cask finish, a little caramel in there, but the rye spice is beautiful. Oh man, a little chocolate in there too. That's some magic. But the grain note really is not very present. It's not like it's youthful. But I love, it's got this undertones of like a rum sweetness in there. Yeah. It's not quite as, again, it's not quite like Angel's Envy. But if you poured this to me and told me this is Angel's Envy, I would have went, maybe? Like it's that close. That is gorgeous. Very sweet, caramely, oak. That grain spice is in there. That rye spice is in there. Really nice. Yeah, well, let's go for taste. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. It goes a little thin. It's only 41%, so I didn't expect it to have hefty flavors. But it's not a bad thing, because it actually leaves you with this beautiful rye spice going on. Bit of oak in there. Vanilla's showing up, definitely. Wow. That's really good. You start with a bit of the grain spice, bit of oak, vanilla, caramel, rye spice. And it goes thin here, but you're kind of left with this bit of dry spice going on. And it is definitely a rye spiciness. It's not like, it's very reminiscent of like MGP's rye, where it's at 95.5 rye build. It's very similar to that. It's got that little bit of herbal in there, but it's not even really got much of that. It doesn't have the medicinal really. It really has no medicinal to it, which is something I love because I'm not a big fan of the medicinal ryes. The herbal, I love herbal in rye. There's that beautiful sweetness at the beginning. I honestly feel like you could trick me into thinking this was rum finished. It's that kind of sweet and this kind of almost like the burnt sugars going on. Man, that is good. This is the rye, right? Yeah, wow. That is just a good bottle of rye. I love its finish. It's simple with its finish, but it's effective, if that makes sense. Let's add a little water, see what changes up. All right, let's go for notes. Ooh, yeah. Goes even sweeter. You're almost getting a bit of the baked bread now, like a baked rye bread. Yeah, wow. That is so reminiscent of Angel's Envy rye. Now I'm getting a steeped tea over here. Where did that come from? This is like a steeped breakfast tea. Not super heavy-handed in that tea note. Like a nice steeped herbal black tea. Yeah. This just goes more bread-like now. Oh. Yeah, that's rye bread. Rye bread with a little bit of sweetness in there. All right, let's go for taste. Goes very thin now. Obviously, adding water to already a 41% is going to make it drop below that 40% line. But it's not bad still. If this was maybe too much of a rye for you and you're not a big rye drinker, it makes it go a little softer. The rye spices still show up, not as prevalent. The caramel is still showing up, and that bit of baked rye bread is showing up on the taste too. Yeah. Oh, that's good. No ABV, no harshness, no metallic going on. That steeped tea that I was getting on the meat with the nose is actually now showing up a little bit in the taste here. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I've been getting into more and more ryes, and it's kind of funny because I started off hating rye. I felt like rye just was too medicinal for me. But I've actually found a lot of good ryes out there that are really combating that in my brain. And I'm going to have to chalk this up to being one of them because that's really good too. The spice characteristics of the rye really are dialed back now. But you are getting that steep tea and that bit of sweetness in there. But you're definitely getting a nice baked rye bread note too. That's good. All right, let's talk about market price because we all know market price is market price. And it's always going to vary. This one's kind of a hard one to price since they are kind of a smaller distillery still. And they are in Texas, so a pretty good distance away from me and here in Indiana. But I will say this, from doing some searching, there kind of varies between $33 to $35 up to about $45. ReserveBar.com has them in stock for me personally when I type in my address at about 45 bucks. Honestly, you're paying a little bit more because that is a kind of a craft distillery idea going on. I don't think $40 is too far out of its price range. It's really damn good. I definitely feel like a lot of younger ryes and cheaper ryes don't showcase these flavors on this level. I love the blending idea on here, especially using their own grain the glass. Good idea. It actually draws in more of that craft, down home feeling to it. And it comes across in the flavor. If their young rye is what made these flavors really pop, which I'm hoping it did, I'm excited to see if they ever do a full 100% one of their bottles because that is beautiful. I'd pay 40 bucks for this. I'd have no problem. If this was 40 bucks, but yeah, that's a $40 very solid rye. I wouldn't pay $50, $60 for it because I think you're getting a little out of its wheelhouse. But for my market, if I could find a decent rye at 40 bucks, I'd be happy with that, especially again with that craft idea going on. I give it a good thumbs up. But again, if you are interested in checking out Blackland, their link will be down in the description area below. Go check them out and show them some love. But either way, there you have it, folks. Blackland Rye Whiskey. If you have any question about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know,